7 abilities and suggestions necessary for baby care. The arrival of a brand new child brings with it a unique blend of happiness and difficulty all at once. There are a lot of alterations to make, and the most of the time, it's a matter of trial and error. You may find that you spend the first few days or even weeks simply figuring out how to alter your routines to accommodate the presence of a new baby in the home. Although there is often a lot to figure out, there is also a great deal of satisfaction to be gained from doing so. It doesn't matter if you are getting ready for the arrival of a new baby or if you are having difficulty navigating the early stages of motherhood, there are some skills and advice that may come in handy. In this article, we will discuss some of the most useful skills and advice that can assist you in taking care of your new baby and ensuring that you enjoy the journey. 1. Nap when you get the chance to. Being a new parent is very taxing on one's energy levels. Your infant needs care at all hours of the day and night, and even when they are sleeping, they only doze off for 2 to 3 hours at a time. Their smaller bodies require more care, which could result in you having trouble sleeping so that you can provide that care. When you are getting started, it is essential to make the most of the calm moments and ensure that you receive the necessary amount of rest. You certainly have a lot of things running through your mind as a parent, but if you don't get enough rest, you won't be able to give your child the attention and care they require. Skipping out on sleep could have a detrimental effect on your overall health. A compromised immune system, an increased likelihood of contracting diseases, and both physical and mental health issues might be the result of insufficient sleep and rest. If you make getting enough sleep a priority, you can keep your health and well-being in check, which will allow you to continue providing care for your child. In addition, when you relax, you give yourself the opportunity to take pauses and engage in activities that promote self-care. This time away from the baby can help you recharge emotionally, lowering the danger of burnout and allowing you to create a stronger bond with your child at the same time. 2. Get on a regular sleeping routine. Before you have children of your own, you should probably ask yourself, what exactly is sleep training? However, after you have a child of your own, you will become familiar with the intricacies of the idea as well as the activities that are encompassed by the phrase. When the infant is very young, it is impossible to adhere to a strict routine. At this period, they do a lot of napping, but in addition to that, they need to be fed more frequently. On the other hand, once they reach a certain age, you can begin to establish a routine for your sleeping hours and strive towards sleeping through the night. Around 4 months of age is when most parents begin teaching their children to sleep. You have the option of working with a sleep training coach or conducting your own research and attempting the process on your own. Establishing a cycle consisting of eating, playing, and sleeping is a wonderful goal to aspire towards. When a baby is in this cycle, they do not need to eat in order to fall asleep, which might help make routines a little bit easier. 3. Every single happy face. It may just take a few days for your newborn to start smiling after being delivered. It is going to turn into one of your primary goals to make them grin at every opportunity that presents itself. The majority of the time, your infant will grin as a result of their interactions with you and the people who are important to them. When they see you smiling, they might give you a smile in return. When you engage in conversation with them and engage in play with them, they will smile. Look directly into their eyes and form a connection through their smiles. 4. The key visionary achievers. When a baby is initially born, they have very limited visual capabilities. However, from that point on, they rapidly develop and improve their vision. Around the age of 3 months, babies have a significant improvement in their vision, which enables them to view further distances. Prior to that time, they might perceive colors and shapes, but their vision will be less concentrated. You may encourage them to use their eyesight by exposing them to a variety of colors, pictures, and textures, among other things. 5. The importance of forming bonds. You and your infant begin to form a bond even before the kid is born. Your efforts to maintain bonding shouldn't come to a halt at any point. You might touch your stomach, chat to the baby, listen to music, and do other things before the baby is born. These things facilitate a closer friendship. At birth, you will bond with your baby through breastfeeding, time spent skin to skin, talking to or stroking your baby, and other similar activities. Maintain your focus on bonding even as the baby gets older. You should make an active effort to form a link with one another through the use of sight, touch, affection, and sound. They look to you to fulfill their need for forming bonds with one another. The formation of secure attachments is beneficial to a baby's growth. When you converse, sing, and play with your child, you are engaging in activities that stimulate their senses. This is an important step in the bonding process. These interactions contribute to their intellectual, social, and emotional development, so creating a solid foundation for their future growth and development. Additionally, bonding improves the communication that takes place between you and your child. You will have a greater understanding of your baby's requirements, cues, and signals if you make eye contact with them, touch them, and interact with them in a responsive manner. Because of this, you are better able to react quickly and correctly, satisfying both their physical and emotional requirements, which is critical for their overall health. 6. The infant is in motion. In no time at all, your infant will be crawling around the house. Tummy time is what teaches a baby to turn over, which is the first step toward crawling. Because infants often cry during stomach time, many parents avoid giving it to their children. However, you should still incorporate tummy time, even if it is only for brief periods of time. They are able to strengthen their necks through tummy time. They will begin to hold their heads erect between 1 and 3 months after birth. Around the age of 4 to 6 months, they will begin to roll over. In most cases, infants begin crawling between the ages of 7 and 10 months. 7. It's time for a meal. When their child is about 6 months old, most parents begin to offer their infants foods other than milk for the first time. These new foods may include solids or pureed foods. It is recommended that you begin with a bowl of cereal. Your first test should be with this, then go on to vegetables, and then move on to fruits. Your child will naturally have a reflex that causes items to be pushed out of their mouth, so it will take some time to get them acclimated to putting food into their mouths and swallowing it. Continue making attempts and evaluating one thing at a time. Begin by eating cereal, and then gradually introduce other items, such as vegetables, fruits, and extra grains. You can expect to witness new developmental milestones and achievements almost on a daily basis from the moment your child is born. Find out what signs to look for and how you can help your child along the road by learning how to support them. These pointers will assist you in working through some of the most significant parts of caring for a new baby.